Welcome back, anglers. I'm going to finish up the last part of this Academy series. This is now focusing on the expert side of things. So we've got a couple of classes and challenges to go through. And that's pretty much going to end up finishing this portion of the series for this game. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to be making more videos. It's just that I'm just kind of wrapping up this Academy portion. And then we'll focus on other things. You know, something I just realized. I don't have my jerkbait with me. I think my storage is full. So now that we've got that save bass shovel opened up. Oh, excuse me. We'll be able to teleport back to the shop, fix up our storage, and then be on our way. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I didn't even see that. Check that out. We have a new, yeah, let's get that out. I bet you that's going to be good too. Yeah, there it is. We don't need 2 10s. Yeah, I think we're good. Then we'll go back where we were. It is getting a little darker. It looks like it's getting darker, but it really isn't. Time is going so slow. Alright, let's build a rod. Actually, I think it's a bait caster. Yeah, jerkbait. Jerkbait, boo-ha! Alright, we are now back. It's obviously nighttime. Nighttime started at 1900, so 1911. So we're going to go ahead and press forward and finally get this thing going. I was sitting around doing pretty much nothing, waiting for the time to pass. That was rough. Alright, but we're going to learn about jerkbaits. Sorry, we're going to learn about how to use jerkbaits effectively through a stop and go technique. And we're going to collect a gold rank sauger. We've already got everything collected. I don't know why I keep saying collected. We're going to have everything set up correctly. I was going to see if there's any off the side of the jetty. I did see some. There's one right there, I think. Yeah, it looks like one. Yeah, that definitely looks like one. There's some few over there too. We are definitely in the right spot. So let's go ahead and do this. So all this wants us to do is just cast this thing out. And we're going to use the pulse over there. So when the pulse hits, we're going to reel it. When the pulse hits, we're going to stop. When the pulse finishes, we're going to reel it and then stop. And just kind of repeat this process. Very mindless at the moment. And we should be able to catch the fish on the first go here. And I believe the first fish that you catch is a gold rank. So, any moment now, we should be in business. And I'm just going to keep repeating the same thing. As soon as that progress bar finishes filling up, we reel and then we stop. Over and over. Come on. I'm not actually paying attention at all to what's going on with my lure. I'm only looking at that this retrieval bar. Oh, there we go. Got one. All right, let's bring her in. And hopefully we should catch this guy no problem. There are 4 different what? Okay, thank you. Thank you for that information as I'm trying to catch this fish. And there it is, the gold. So, Backpack Expansion 1, Tackle Box Expansion 1. Those two, if you're going to do nothing else, get those rewards. I'll show you why in a minute here. But we did finish this challenge. We've got ourselves our gold sauger. This is way simpler than that last challenge in the advanced class. That last one really tested our patience. This one, no brainer, really easy to do. Now it's going to teach us how to inspect, or it's going to require us to basically inspect the handbook and learn the information about certain fish so we can figure out how to catch it. This next one wants us to focus on northern pike, and we are already level 10. It's going to go ahead and show those two expansions. I will show you why those are important. So, up until now, we could only actually build 2 rod setups. We just got the 1 backpack expansion. I believe it was, yeah, the backpack expansion lets us hold 1 extra new rod setup. We can do it any which way we want to. And the tackle expansion enables us to go from holding 20 total items to 30 items. So it's really, really good. And the reason it's important to get these things for free is I believe each of those 2 individual expansions is 1,500 coins each. And as you can see right now, we're sitting at 1682. That's a pretty pricey expansion that you get for free. So I mean, we're already at this point. Obviously, we're going to continue on, but definitely try to rush getting to this part that we're at right now, just because of how expensive those upgrades are. But we're done here. We still need to catch the northern pike. So if I go to the handbook, where are you? There it is. I saw it. Okay. Well, first we'll look at the traits, which are the definitions of the 4 icons that we see at the bottom here. So we know that it's going to just strike. As soon as it wants to strike, it's going for it. It's not going to sit around and nibble it. It will like to jump out of the water. When it gets close to being caught, it will fight. So we'll expect that extra pull when we're just about to bring it in. And it actually is more active after the sun rises. That doesn't mean it's only active after the sun rises. So we could still try and catch this fish right now. But if we really wanted to expedite just fishing right after the sun rises, what we could do, which I'm not going to do right now, but what we could do is we could leave this this server, because I am connected online. We could go back to the main menu. We could actually turn off multiplayer. You don't have to turn off multiplayer, but it's going to make it more reliable that this technique works. And when you go back to the main menu and you start a new game, or not start a new game, but go back into your game, if you reconnect to a server, then it'll put you back at the originating time of that server, which is, as you guessed it, right after sunrise. So right now this will be 1900 until 6 a.m. is when night works, and those servers will spit you out at 6:01 or 6 a.m. or 6:01 a.m. That is a very fast way of getting right back to just after sunrise. The other thing we want to look at on this fish, if we were to inspect it, just a lot of background information, which you could listen to. If we hit square, we would be able to listen to it. We're not going to at this moment. What I found was pretty interesting is on the left side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 6 habitats, but on the right side, we only list 3. And I don't think it means that those are the most preferred. It's just the first 3, because the same true. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, I just had the yawn there. Because when we look at the bait and lure preference, it's the same pattern where it only shows the first 3. The reason I say that is because I think we can actually have an easier time catching these things off of the jerkbait. So we're going to put that to the test as well. Shallow lake, lake shore, deep lake, upriver, all that kind of stuff is important because, well, to be honest with you, when you've got that many different places that you can catch it in, it means it's a pretty common fish. So we're going to try and catch one here. No, actually we won't. So what I did was I actually turned my game off and I turned it back on, started over, so that I can just fast forward straight to the beginning of a day. Mainly because when you look at the handbook for the northern pike and we inspect its straits, what does it say? Oh, it's these guys. Yeah, sun lover. More active after the sun rises. So when you start a fresh game on a new server, most of the time it'll be right at 6 a.m. I actually don't know what's going on right now. It's got a funky time on the clock. It's trying to figure itself out. But normally it's going to be right at that 6 a.m. mark, which is the beginning of the game. It kind of looks like it's bright and early in the morning. I don't know. We'll find out. But the spot that we want to go to is actually right by the spot that we were on top of the bridge. We want to fish off that spot. So let's just load in at that. So we did load in at that point of interest. And then we're just going to take a quick walk back to that little blue bridge right there. It really doesn't take very much time at all. We are already almost there. Alright, no attractions there. So we'll try going back to the jerkbait. And we're not going to be able to see this one really good, so it is what it is. So I put it down to 2 and I'll do some stop and go. Alright, we got something on. Let's pull a little bit of line, so that's a good sign that it's on a bass. Let's bump this up to about 50. I don't think this would be a catfish, although it could be. Be nice to get a look at this fish. See if we can get closer to the surface. Back down to 40%. Just trying to see if I can get it closer to the top. We can get a good peek at it. But not when it's 10 feet down. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here we go. We should be able to see it here in a second. 4 feet. Oh. That looks like a catfish. Oh no, I think that is a pike. I think we might have our fish. We might have our fish. And it definitely is fighting now that it got close to us, which is definitely one of its traits. That looks like it. Come on. Get up in here. Get on up in here. Oh, there we go. Secure catch. Is it our pike? It is our pike. We've got it. Alright, so good news for you. This is a very fast thing for you to do. As soon as you catch that sauger, you can immediately go out of the game and launch right back into the game, so it's bright, fresh, and early in the morning. Alright. Then, in fact, let's double check to see if the time caught up to us. 17:05. Not really. Then, you don't really need to change anything, right? Just come, because you've already, you should have already found this point of interest during the tutorial mission. You should be able to just fast travel right there, come back where we are, use the exact same setup that we had when we caught that gold sauger, or whatever color it was, which was the jerkbait. Come right back here to where I am on this blue bridge, and just drop out a cast and just do the stop and go on it. I did it at 2x speed, and we caught ourselves a very easy to bring in pike. Now let's just fast forward here. Let's just finish it up and go back to the souvenir shop, which is the shop.
Today's special is everything. Everything here
Hello.
is so special, and you should buy it all.
And the souvenirs is where we're going. And if we go to the souvenirs, why did we come to the souvenirs? Oh, that's it. Okay, so we got 300 XP for finishing the expert, and it's going to give us one final challenge, which is a graduation gift upon completion, and that's to catch any fish of gold rank or higher. Now, I think the easiest gold for us, I'm trying to think how many. I don't think I caught any gold besides that one perch. Oh, well, this was a tutorial guy. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're not gonna believe it. I went downstairs, got myself some lunch, brought it back upstairs. I'm almost not eating it. I decided to throw my line out, thinking it'll take a couple of minutes before I catch something. Like barely any time later, and I have you'll see it in the clip here because I'll play it back. I catch this fish. So I'm thinking, oh man, I'm on the PlayStation, let me just go back in time and record. But I had been recording so many sessions in succession, I had no space. There's no space left on my hard drive. So I deleted something that I didn't really need anymore. I made just barely enough space to go back in time, collect the 5 minutes, and I will play it back right now, and it'll take you to where we are. Unbelievable. Oh, I just ate something. Well, I'm still kind of munching on it, actually. Needed to get something. My dogs needed to do their business and such, and I figured I'd get a snack. And I don't know. This game, I'm having a lot of fun right now with this game, but at the same time, I think I'm struggling to have the most fun with the game when I'm really focused in on one specific fish for one specific thing. I think that's actually what makes this expert challenge probably the hardest, because you're trying to control what feels like it could be predictable, but it's not. I don't know. It's kind of mind melding when you think about it too hard, but I really was glad I took a break a little bit ago. And what is that? That's a nice sized fish. I'm on my 5. Oh gosh, please tell me I'm on my 5 or 7, whatever the size hook this is. I think I am. It's biting. Okay, let's do this thing. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, you're nibbling it just to see if I'll flinch, but I didn't. Yeah, that's This has to be the goal. Look at this thing. Yes! This stupid bluegill. What a pain in the ass. I'm not recording! Oh no! Alright, so that's what happened. No matter what I do, I strategize. So frustrating. But nevertheless, it's done, and hopefully it was a much smoother experience for you guys. Let's actually progress forward and get this thing done. Graduation! Congratulations! You've completed all of Taylor's Tackle Academy classes and challengers. We are now equipped, so we're going to get a few gifts. Now, I know that these gifts are not going... I think they're mostly cosmetic, so we're going to be totally fine here. So if you feel like you don't want to see them still, now is the time to basically end the video. Don't read over there. You don't need to know what that's all about. So I will say thanks so much for watching if you are going to leave right now. If not, hang on. I'm going to show you what we got. But for those who are leaving for spoilers, appreciate y'all for sticking it out and learning on this journey alongside me. And hopefully you have got some good takeaways and you can enjoy the game. And hopefully this also encourages you to progress through the trials and tribulations that I went through in order to get these really cool rewards. And then you can obviously continue to enjoy the game. So thanks to those who are about to head off. Now, for those of you who are interested in seeing what those rewards are, here we go. Spoilers have been acknowledged through and through. Whew. All right, let's go back to... Here we go. Let's go back to the shop and we'll take a look at everything we have. For the most part, everything we have.
It's me, the shopkeeper with the great deals.
That's right, yes you are. So, starting with local souvenirs, really nothing has changed other than the fact that we have access to these because look how much money we have. Now, granted, I did get a bunch of extra money because I was catching fish while trying to get this series done. I don't imagine you'll have struggle as much as I did. So I would expect you not to really be almost to level 14, but maybe in the middle of 11 and 12, maybe beyond that, depending on how much challenges you might have had. And I think around that time it'll be around 2,800-ish. So you should still be right around enough money to purchase a tackle expansion or a backpack expansion. Let's go back to other things. So in storage, we did not get anything new in reels or rods or line. We did not gain any new equipment as far as lures go, or hooks, or bait. We did not gain anything new from floats, or anything. So all of the tackle remains the same. Those are not the rewards that we got. The rewards that we got are customization stuff. Fun stuff, I think. Let's take a look at some of the hats. So, actually not some of the hats, it's this hat. So, nice gray hat with some black trim. No masks. No different hairs. Same old options here. Accessories, none. Tops, did we get a new shirt? We sure did. And I don't know why, but from this angle we don't look too bad, but from this angle we look really, really pudgy. But anyways, this is the shirt that you get for completing it. So nothing too crazy. We do get a pair of gray gloves. And I believe we get some shorts. Here they are. The shorts are actually pretty cool. I think that's my favorite thing out of just the character customization stuff. And we got these boots, which I'm not going to use. So let's go back and just wear everything we just earned, just so we can see it all together. We're looking very gray. Charcoal. Yeah, I think that's everything. The other items that we got were not in storage. We obviously have leveled up numerous times, so we now have access to buy these things. So I want to kind of walk through this just for a minute here. And I guess I probably should have saved this to the before spoiler stuff. So we finished all of this stuff, and we are at level 13, almost level 14. wouldn't take that many more hours to get to level 16. So this is a good way to have enough coin to make a decision about how you want to customize your initial look, or do you want to go into some equipment. So all of that stuff is available to us. We pretty much have access to all of the gloves, minus a couple more that we'll get in another level or two. Ooh, I might snag those up. Same thing with the tops. I'm not going to mark all of them, but there's a lot of tops we don't have access to. We're almost at these level 16s. So you have a lot of options for character customization. That actually I might get because that looks cool. And that's it for that. We don't have access to that yet. We have enough levels for all of the shorts and only these two pants. The rest of the pants come up in a little bit. We believe we do have access to all of the baseball caps and all of the Fisher hats. And we almost have access to all of the sunglasses. So if you wanted to go cosmetic wise, you should have close to 3,000, if not a little bit more, to really just spend all that coin right now on your customization. You could also spend the money on a boat or a car livery, but I would hold on to that. I'm foreshadowing. And as far as equipment goes, considering we're at level 13, this actually would be a pretty good rod to pick up. Even though the strength on this one is higher and it has a higher medium, the difference between these two is their length and casting distance and their upgrade path. If you were to go with this one, then you actually could consider maybe going to this one next at level 18, which is 5 levels. Or you can go with this brass monkey and stick with it until you get to, I would say, well, either one of these, your preference. They're really close in style here. So maybe this one and then wait until you get to about here because they're going to be about, this is kind of like an upgrade path, I would say, or like a tree. Like this one will go to this one and this one will go to this one. And the reason for that is because of the style differences. So this one here is light and fast. This is medium, moderate, fast. This is the other light and fast, and this is the medium and moderate fast. But you could go ultra light on power if you wanted to. So these would be comparable to each other, and this would be comparable to this one. So you have some decisions. Maybe you get this one and then go completely different paths. So now you've got rods for two different circumstances. You've got this one here that's available to you, as well as this one. This actually might be a really good one to get because it's not too expensive, and because it's so tall or so long, these are going to be these are pretty versatile rods that you can use to cast further away. That would be the main reason why you would want to match a match versus spinning or a bait casting is for casting distance, and then you can. I would actually recommend this one's pretty good. For 750, it's not that bad. And then for reels, for a reel, I'm pretty sure you get this one from completing another tutorial mission. So I would actually, now that I say this out loud, I would actually recommend holding off on purchases again till maybe, I mean, you can go ahead and make these purchases. You're not going to waste money, but I do think you get this one as a reward. I don't think you get any of these as rewards. And I do know that you're going to get, I think it was this, I believe it was this one that you're going to get for free as a reward for a different mission. And then these lures are, for the most part, pretty cheap. I mean, they're not terribly cheap, but if you didn't go down the route of customizing your character appearance, then you can actually go down this route and maybe pick some specific sized weights or sized hook in their crankbaits, or even swim bait. So these are pretty comparable actually. I actually really like this spoon, and actually this spoon, both of these spoons are pretty good. The difference would be what would be the fish that you're going for. Does it max at size 5? Does it max at size 6? What's the beginning bronze that you want to get? So these are pretty versatile. Top water, so I would probably consider this jump, or maybe even just white to white, but because unfortunately you can't really choose a hook size and a color, it kind of go hand in hand. You're just going to basically make a decision based off the hook size. But I don't think the game is that much of a simulation where your color matters as much. I could be wrong, but I would imagine that you would be fine, considering all of these are just sequentially different hook sizes. What else do I want to let you know? Oh, hook sizes, yes. So probably not worth getting multiples of the same hook because it's so easy to just switch baits on a hook. So maybe pick up a 5 would be really good, actually. You have plenty of baits to choose from at the moment, except for bread. And you should be good here for a while too. But again, they're not terribly expensive. So play around with it. This is just cool and fun. The glow is it's not very bright. So this is more of a luxury item. And now we're getting close to unlocking jigs. We will not have jigs or soft plastics until level 15. What else do I want to show you? I want to show you, before I show you the last 2 cosmetic things that we earned, going back to the journal. So we finished these tutorial missions. And now we have some options from Sophia. I don't exactly remember which one gets you the items I said that you can get for free. So I would definitely spend a little bit of time considering going through these. I would also take a look at the daily challenges and the weekly challenges because I believe these couple. The only stipulation with these is you have to be online in order to accept them and make progress in them. You cannot do these locally or offline, I mean. At least not as of this recording. So that's if you find that these are not quite working for you, you're not getting progression. You just need to be in an online multiplayer server for them to work. But get the ones that you think are going to be good. Focus on the ones that give you the most XP. The weekly ones don't give you much challenge or much choice for this week. They're all the same XP. But depending on what you're fishing for, if you're trying to catch some gold perch, for example, like I was, maybe this will be easier to get because you're going to catch a lot of fish pretty fast. And then same thing over here. I would probably not worry about something that's going to get you 28 XP. I might focus on something like Pike or this one actually is a really good one. It's just 15 fish. It's really good. And then couple that into the focus that you would want from these challenges. These are going to be very specific to going to a location and then at that location catching a fish of a particular rank when you're there. Some of these have they don't really tell you, like this one here doesn't really tell you where it is, so you have to kind of play around and search for it. Same with this one. But I would couple these up and begin to knock through these as opposed to just free fish, unless there's just something not really lined up for you. And that will give you not just a good amount of XP, but again, some free items will come your way, and you can go from there. Now, because the Golden Tour is still open, and this is one of those things that you could do. You can grind this out when you're waiting for the server time to advance. You gotta wait. You're trying to catch a fish in the nighttime, and it's noon. Knock this one out. Just drive around the whole map, get it done, and then you're gonna be good to go. And I'm pretty sure this is the one that will give you the braided line. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%, but it will give you something good. And the other ones you just kind of do as you go. I wouldn't focus on any of them. Unless you knew where they were. These kind of feel random because you just don't know where they are and they don't appear on your map. That you just do them opportunistically as you're exploring through the Golden Tour. So as far as recommendations and next steps for me, I would say unlock some challenges, focus on the Golden Tour around. I wouldn't do this just to do it, but find a fish that you're going for. If you're going for this one, which is obviously at nighttime, and you don't really have anything else you want to do, and you need to advance the clock, then yeah, knock this out. It's worth the investment. And then my last little warning, I guess I would say, is because we've got 4,300 right now, we earn that through these challenges in these classes. Since they're done, it's not going to feel as easy to earn the coin back once you spend it. So I would say for this influx of cash, think about what it is that you want and then focus on these in order to give you more reputation, which will let you buy more of the souvenir items that you saw, and then kind of flush out the individual gaps in your tackle box accordingly. And always make sure you have at least 2,500 to get. I don't think you need to rush on getting a backpack because you do have 3 slots. But I think you probably want to rush on the tackle box just to make it so that you're not coming back and forth with storage to swap in and out some lures and stuff like that. Anyways, let's check out the last bit of these rewards here, which is the Jeep. You get a new Jeep skin called the Blue Rat. Actually, these are all called Blue Rats. It's the name of the thing. It doesn't actually have a name. I don't know why I did that. But it's this one here. Really fun. Flame. Got a good old flame job on it. And then let's drive this down to the boat and take a look at what that will give you. And then we'll end the video here with a lot of appreciation. And I'm hoping you enjoy some of the recommendations I've given you. And yeah, if you found any of this helpful, let me know. I don't need likes and comments and all that kind of stuff, but I think it's fun. Why am I here? I need to be over there. I don't really fish for likes and comments or any for views or anything like that. But I do like to know if I helped you out. So if I did and you have a story to tell, I would like to hear it because that just makes me feel more connected. But that's just a selfish desire. You do you, you know? Have fun. Alright, and here we go, checking out the last little thing that we got, which is the Flame Jaw boat. Let's move it out. Stock the boat. You can see it there a little bit better. Nice little job at there. I like the seats as well, not being solid gray. And I believe that's everything that you get from completing the tutorial. All the tutorial missions, which is a bunch of gold. Along the way we've earned... When the heck did we get that diamond? Did we get a diamond? Oh, I think we got one of those from completing all the classes. I think it gave us one of those blue coins for free. We're at level 13. We have access to just kind of really pick a path now that we've explored the game a little bit, had some challenges. And yeah, we're definitely going to be in a really good position to proceed. And I've got nothing else for you. So thanks so much, everybody. Bye.